This is Tia Ballard.
This is Todd Habercorn.
This is David Vincent.
Hey, this is Sam Witwer.
This is Phil Lamar.
And you are listening to the Points of Interest.
Points of Interest.
Points of Interest.
And you're listening to Points of Interest Podcast Network.
Keep listening.
Well, hello, and welcome to the Points of Interest podcast. This is the most generic podcast on the internet. My name is Josh Hawks. I am the 303 Ninja, and right over there, he is my podcasting partner for life. He is the other guy. It's Mr. Francis Fernandez.
I gotcha. It's for the, that one's special for the, for the people who are live.
The people that are watching.
The video.
Yes. The giggle at the beginning. At least nothing, started playing in the background when I hit go. No other audio source came in this time to completely derail the show right away. We'll at least make it, maybe 2 minutes before that happens.
Well, are you watching Avalanche hockey?
No, because the Avalanche swept the LA Kings.
Oh, really?
Yes, sir. So your beloved, I can't remember what his first name is.
Yeah, my
Kopitar,
yeah.
the hockey player. I think he was the captain, maybe, Kopitar. He played his final NHL game against the Colorado Avalanche.
Oh.
Yes.
So they're not making it to the Stanley Cup Finals, it sounds like.
No, the Kings have already gone golfing or whatever hockey players do on their off season. Recuperate.
Wow. Yeah, the Kings. Well, the thing is, apparently the Kings lost to everyone, according to this array of scores from the Kings. So I'm kind of glad that they didn't make it. If they're just going to lose to every single team that's on the roster. That
division that the Kings are in, but it was weird. They barely made 100 points. I think 90. The last time I looked, I think they hit 101. Maybe was the highest scoring point, the team got. Mm-hmm. And teams that had more wins actually didn't make the playoffs just because of how things worked.
Oh, okay.
Like wild card, how the wild card system works. But yeah, I was surprised to see the Kings made it in to begin with, because I was like, they only had 13 regular season wins all season.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, I don't follow that stuff, so go no one.
Go sports. That's what you say when you're
go sports ball,
I guess. But yeah, it gives them a couple days to relax and wait for these other teams to beat the shit out of each other and hopefully go to 7 games, and the Avs have rested and can come in fresh and move on. This time of year is my favorite for hockey. There's hockey every night of TV. There's multiple games every night, and everybody's playing their hearts out,
as they should.
So it's fun. It's fun to watch. Great time to get people involved and interested in hockey is playoff time.
If Disney ever owns the Ducks again, I'll watch hockey.
The Ducks had the coolest home opener present to their fans I've ever seen. They gave away, so the new duck design, I guess, after Disney is a little bit more evil looking.
Yeah.
And they gave away duck masks in the shape of the more evil looking duck shape with like red beady eyes. I was like, that is awesome. That reminds me of back in the wrestling days where you would, buy the Sting mask so you look like Sting.
That's so weird. I guess. I mean, sure. I've only ever watched a single Ducks game. One Ducks game. So I'm 2 for 2, I guess, because what else do we have? We have Ducks and Kings. We don't have any other hockey teams, do we?
San Jose Sharks, LA Kings.
Oh, okay. I mean, Southern California teams, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, the mask. Oh, yeah. It is the evil mask.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was
that's
badass
crazy.
looking. Badass looking.
So yeah, the only time I went was when they were selling. It wasn't even for an anniversary. They just happened in their store, but I got it. I don't know what I did with it actually. This was a few years ago, but they sold a puck with the current Ducks logo and then the Mighty Ducks logo on the other side. So it had the two Ducks logos.
That's awesome.
On it. Yeah. So that's my one hockey memorabilia is the one puck with two Ducks.
That's a cool one to have. I think.
Yeah. I like that a lot.
The hockey night in Canada still has the Arizona Coyotes emblem on their intro. They haven't been a team in like 4 years or something like that. They're now the Utah something or other.
Okay.
I can't think of what they're called.
I know either.
But the Utah hockey team, whatever they're called, they unveiled a new Zamboni this year in the shape of they're called the Mammoth, I think. Utah Mammoth.
Okay.
Their Zamboni is now an evil looking mammoth.
What's with everything looking evil?
Well, it instills fear into your opponent, Francis.
I guess, but I mean, it's hard to do with the Kings because the Kings are, but then you're the Avalanche. So what's evil about an Avalanche? Like, what's your mascot? I don't even know.
That's a great story, Francis. Originally, it was a Yeti.
Oh, that makes sense.
Right? An abominable Yeti kind of person. Right up until the Yeti kicked the shit out of an opposing team's fan for real. And then the Utah Mormons, then the Yeti went away.
Oh, yeah.
And now it's a Saint Bernard.
Oh,
Saint
well, thanks for
Bernard.
coming by there, Jeff. Appreciate you calling us the Two Sexiest. Are you Jeff? Did someone take over your account for you to call us the Two Sexiest Guys on the internet? Someone else is on this account, I think.
Well, I mean, you have access to it, so thanks for the compliment.
Not this one.
No. Well, of course it's Jeff, apparently. So thanks,
okay.
Jeff. I'll take it. But yeah, so what the hell were we talking about?
Well, evil.
Hockey stuff. Yeah. So the Ducks,
Scott,
the Ducks thing was awesome. The Mammoth, their Zamboni's all evil looking. Bernie, the Saint Bernard or Bernard, he's very cheerful.
So your guys is Bernie.
Yeah. The Yeti was a bit more terrifying looking.
I'm sure.
The Philadelphia hockey team, Flyers? No. Yes. Flyers.
You're the hockey guy, man.
I know,
have
but
no
I don't
idea.
watch East Coast teams.
Okay.
Their mascot is Nightmare Fuel. His name is Gritty. He's like Grimace if he was orange and fluffy. And he's unhinged. So Philly's playing Pittsburgh right now. So it's the Battle of Pennsylvania, which when the score comes up, it looks like poop, which is funny.
Oh, that's dumm. Okay.
No, that's
dumb.
hilarious, Francis.
I guess so. So when is what is his name? Bernie? When is Bernie going to beat up somebody and become a shunned mascot?
I mean,
is that going to happen?
The most recent person portraying Bernie just actually died recently.
Oh,
so
okay.
they got a new actor under the mask. What's going on here, Jeff's? I just haven't seen on Facebook. Oh, okay. Thanks for coming by,
thanks
Jeff.
Thanks.
We appreciate that.
It is a very Well, we weren't originally going to talk about hockey, but Josh is a big hockey guy.
Yeah,
so
it's that time of the year.
Hockey.
It's that time of the year.
It's that time of year. is that it's the most wonderful time of the year, which is hockey season.
I mean, yeah, it's springtime. It's hockey playoffs. You know, this is great. If
I'll take your word
if
for
the
it on
weather
that one.
here could just level out, then everything will be perfect. Oh yeah,
I guess you're gonna have to go on to Super Heat Up.
I might
and
have to.
compete with Jeff on your hockey knowledge as he talks about the New York. I don't know. What's the New York? It's an East Coast team, so you're not gonna know.
Yeah, not as familiar. Yeah, Rangers and Islanders.
Oh, okay. Wait, Islanders?
Yeah,
What? For like Long Island. Okay, never mind. Okay.
yeah, probably. Yeah, I don't know. And then Rangers. I mean, that could be anything.
Yeah, but I mean, Texas has weird names for their teams too.
It's kind of funny sometimes. The radio announcers will say,
Thanks, Ginger. Go get some sleep.
It's natural disaster versus I can't think of a natural force versus a natural disaster or something like that.
Okay, sure.
Like the hurricane. No, that's not a very well. That is a natural disaster. They're both natural disasters, I guess. But what would be a better one? A natural disaster versus an extinct animal.
So the mammoth versus
the mammoth versus the avalanche.
Yeah.
Maybe at the end of the game they said the avalanche, buried the mammoth.
Odd. So when are you going to become a commentator for hockey?
Probably never. But it's funny. Years and years and years ago, I did apply to be an intern at the local rock station, and I didn't really understand what intern meant at the time.
Coffee.
Yeah, probably. I never got it because it was unpaid, and I was like, I like they talked to me about it. They're like, you can get college credit. I was like, I'm fucking like almost 30. I just want to work on a radio station.
Yeah.
I don't. You can give it to me. It ain't gonna be any good to me, but thanks. But yeah, I never took it unpaid, so I didn't.
Yeah, I mean, what's funny is I would have. I think I wanted to be the one because there was one radio show near me that had like the world's oldest intern at like 30 something. So around that age that you're saying, I would have been that guy. Just because I would have been at a radio station, like, they would put me on air because they put their interns on air.
Yeah, even just to be the Ed McMahon to something. Or just to be the folly of a joke or whatever.
Well, Jeff's asking if you want to be a commentator. Can you just be the guy that goes, "Hey-oh, hey, oh."
You should get a commentator for Super Geeked Up. I don't know if I could do that.
No,
Maybe.
that's why you'd be the Ed McMahon and just go, "Oh,
look at this." But yeah,
and then you give someone a check for.
When I was just out of high school, I worked at this like sandwich deli joint, kind of like a Subway, but not.
You're right.
One of the people that worked there was a late night DJ for one of like the have a good night, Jeff. For one of the like the contemporary fucking rocks, not contemporary rock, just contemporary radio station, that would play just not, I guess, top 40, I guess, but not like a top 40 station, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We have those. Yeah.
They didn't have characters. They just fucking played music.
Yeah.
And I talked to her a whole bunch, and she really encouraged me to do something in radio. And I didn't have the confidence at all in anything besides like, I'm just good at ringing up sandwiches, slicing meat.
We would have been in totally different careers if we followed people's advice, because when I was working for the movie theater, there was a janitor. Like, we had this regular janitor service that was just there. And at the time, in my early 20s working at the movie theater, I had no shame. So I did impersonations all the time to annoy everyone. And this guy was like, "You're really good at doing voices. You're really good. You should really put out a demo. Like, we're in LA. You should put out a demo CD. You should really get yourself out there as like the voice guy. Like, you should really do it." And I'm like, I'm not that good. I'm just being stupid. You know, like, there's nothing. I'm not that funny. I'm not that interesting. Like, I'm the same way. I'm like, I didn't have the confidence to do it. I'm just like, nah, I don't think so. But I was young enough to where if I did it, I probably would have gotten like something, right?
Oh, sure.
Like, I may not have been big or anything, but I would have gotten like I'm doing the voice, you know, the voicemail for like a company or something. Like, I would have done something silly like that. As a regular job, I mean, as not as like, you know,
as
I
a
did it
gig.
as a side gig for a while.
Yeah.
I did it as side gigs for a while. Yeah.
I mean, I did the phone thing for some company.
Yeah.
As a gig, which was kind of cool.
Yeah.
But
I'm just saying, like, we could be in totally different careers.
Totally.
If we listen to the random person who talked to us.
No,
trying to
you're
convince
not wrong. And people always talk about going back and doing things over. And yeah, maybe and live it out in like a simulation. But I wouldn't change who's talking. Right, go change a bunch of things, and because we wouldn't be doing this, I wouldn't be who I am right now. I like me.
Yeah, no, I get. I'm curious. Yeah, I'm just saying we might have liked this better.
Well, right. That's what I'm saying. You know, remember
We'll never know.
Remember my idea for the time machine is you know, just a window, just a portal. You know, just get to look and see what happened. Maybe at the same time you can be like, hey, follow that person's advice. You know, let's see what
funny.
happened.
When you had some technical difficulties, so I just was roaming through shorts and talking about seeing into a window to like your potential future or whatever, or the past or something, and take advice. Do you remember the movie called, oh God, actually I don't remember the name of the movie either, but it's Nicolas Cage and he has the ability to see like 5 seconds into the future or whatever.
I mean, I think he just has.
Next. I think it's called Next.
Oh, okay. So I think he just has that ability anyway. He's that magical.
He is magical. I mean, he is Spider Noir for whatever reason.
I'm okay with that.
Which, yeah, he looks good. He looks fun. He's like in his 60s and he's still doing action movies, which is insane to me.
And he's gonna overact in everything. He's gonna steal every scene he's in, and that's I'm okay with that.
But this is older Nicolas Cage with his long gone, like not Gone in 60 Seconds, whatever. He has like long. Oh, his Con Air hair. He has this long flowing hair, but he's older. You know.
Oh, what a great hour and a half that is.
Con Air.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Con Air's good. I like Con Air a lot. I mean, it has Steve Buscemi like delivering insane lines and being creepy, but also not creepy.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah.
And you got Chris.
Rock, I think, is the one. I think Chris Rock is the. Yeah, Chris Rock is in it.
Chris Tucker.
Yeah, no, it's not Chris Tucker. It's definitely not Chris Tucker.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, Con Air, and then Con Air has the worst Alabaman. I think he's from Alabama. Accent.
The horrible accent he has through the whole movie.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? We're both wrong. It was Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle was the
Dave
other guy.
Chappelle. That's right.
Yeah.
The other scene.
John Cusack is in it. Danny Trejo, Ving Rhames.
Danny Trejo playing the one character he plays in every movie, but we love it.
Love it for it. Yeah. 97. Wow. Anyway, there you goes. So there you go. There's our.
You got a "Can you fly, Bobby" moment, but it's not that, but it is that.
Put down the bunny.
It does have a good. It's got that one shot where he tastes fresh air for the first time, and his hair's flowing in the little breeze.
Yeah, they have to do the refuel, and so they land, and they're in that little abandoned airport or something. Yeah, that's where Steve Buscemi talks to the little kid and is either creepy or not creepy. It depends on how you see that scene. But
yeah, well, I mean, you know, people look at it now, and it probably has a whole different context now, but.
No, because it wasn't like he was trying to do anything.
I know, but
it was just he talked.
You know, I'm just trying to make a fucking slight on how people try to
Oh,
fucking
yeah, how they-
cancel movies from fucking 45 years ago. It's like,
Oh yeah. No, my favorite are like
go touch some grass.
Yeah. Oh, I get it. I get it, man. Like when they try to shame you for enjoying a movie that had completely different sensibilities from when it was made. Like, yeah. It
Or
was a
you know,
different movie. and a different
or
era.
comedy had a different tone to it. I just recently watched some Gen Zs watching Airplane, a movie that could not be made today.
I don't. You know what? I don't know. Cause so. Okay, go on. Sorry, go on.
Anyway, they were
I have
watching
a
it,
thought.
and I think the male of the couple had seen it before, and the female hadn't. And watching her reactions to things, I was like, yeah. I mean, there's the one gratuitous boob shot during the panic part of the movie.
Yeah.
You know, it's just gratuitous boobs. I mean, they
Yeah,
obviously
but that was an 80s. It's 80s comedy. 80s
right.
comedies did
And
that.
I mean, she had a face about it and a little bit of an attitude about it. Like, and the guy was like, "It was of its time. You have to remember that." Yeah, relax.
Yeah, but like, yeah. No, I was gonna say because they're bringing back Scary Movie, which also had humor of the time, right? Where like I don't know if that joke about the guy who has sex for the first time and then plasters the woman to the roof,
Right.
right? Like that was a scene in a movie. I don't know if they do that nowadays. Like I don't think that'd be a thing. But I'm curious.
Well, maybe
now
it'd be the
about-
other way around.
Yeah, you never know. You
I mean,
never know. Actually,
that's
yeah.
a thing right now.
It is. So maybe I'm hoping that Scary Movie has that like 90s, early 2000s humor.
I hope so.
Right? It doesn't have to be 80s humor. You know, they had the jive talking grandma. They had like, you know, they had the how do you prefer I prefer my coffee like I prefer my men black or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
You know. It's like, okay, like, you know, I mean, I think it's still funny, but who knows how other people think. So anyway, moving on.
Yeah, but yeah, but talking about
You talking about movies, and we can do the movie thing.
oh yeah, that'd be a
don't
better
have to go in order,
transition.
I guess,
That'd
but
be a
yeah.
better transition than the one I was about to fucking make. Speaking of movies, Speaking of movies, the Russo brothers were recently interviewed, and they boasted about how much money in-game had made in its first initial run, and started talking about how re-releases cost a lot of money. But then they saw they looked at finances and they said, you know what, in-game made so much money, we're gonna re-release it. But we're not just gonna re-release it. We're gonna Lucasfy it just a smidgen. And the next big bad in the Avengers mega story they've been telling for almost 20 years now is Doctor Doom,
Yes.
which hopefully then we get all the mutants as well. It's just wrap this up a little bit, get everybody together. But Doctor Doom is the next big bad, and it's supposed to be out this year, this December.
I mean, this year, yeah. Well,
This
because they have to do
December.
the Spider-Man movie first, and then they're going to do.
Okay, so what? No Way Home? Is that what it's called?
No, he almost the last one. I think
Oh.
it's I think and I can't remember the new Spider-Man movie. It's not. It's, Brand New Day is the name of the new Spider-Man movie.
Oh well, you messed up the title sequence. Like they're all
Well, because apparently this is a reboot. This is a soft reboot
Soft
of
reboot.
the Spider-Man series. So
oh, whatever. So the new movie's going to be out in December. So at CinemaCon that happened as we record a couple weeks ago in Vegas, I think we figured it out.
I think so.
They showed some footage of some kind.
Yeah.
That involved Doctor Doom.
Yeah.
It's all speculation right now. I mean, the re-release is happening, but everything else is speculation. But
Right.
the speculation is that they're going to, during the after credit part of Endgame, they're going to include footage, whatever this footage is, or other footage for Doomsday to directly connect in-game to Doomsday. Keep the story going, basically.
Yeah.
I enjoyed both Infinity War and Endgame. So if it does indeed get, I mean, it all from everything I looked at real quick, looks like it is going to be released. I'll go see it again. It was cool.
Yeah.
I can't remember if you were with us when we saw Infinity War, but we were in a room with Marvel writers. I mean, they didn't write fucking the movie, but they write for Marvel. They've written part of these stories that they were cherry picking from. Watching their reaction to how the movie character was being portrayed, and watching them perk up in their seats like, holy shit, they're doing really well.
Where did you do this? I wasn't
It was
there
in
for
Philly.
this. What is this?
It was that first year in Philly that I went. So there was a big group of us that went. There was like 20 of us that went and saw Infinity War after the show.
Okay. Yeah, I was not a part of that.
Okay. Well, in that group, amongst the normal players, this is inside baseball, but amongst the normal players, there were a couple Marvel writers as well that came with us. And when I saw them perk up, I was like, oh shit. This is good. If they're interested, then this is good.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I can't deny that. I think their very best, the very best writing. I think the thing that what they did well were those two movies next to Civil War. Civil War and those two are like the top 3 Marvel movies. Oh, and Iron Man, top 4. Those are the 4.
I mean, if you're looking
like,
are you looking at just Avengers, or are you looking at the Marvel universe?
And Disney's Marvel, I should say then. Not when it was Fox, not when it was owned by Fox and they were doing
Right, but
Sony. Well, yeah,
Fox
not
and
the Sony stuff, not
Fox and Sony.
Yeah,
you're
not,
talking.
Yeah,
you're
I'm not going to
talking
include
Disney Marvel.
the Spider-Man, just Disney Marvel. Yeah,
yeah. Both Infinity War, Endgame, they're probably the top 2 or 1 if you want to just put them as one thing. You can't have one without the other. I'm a big fan of shit. Now I forgot the title. What's the one with the Ultron?
Oh yeah.
I like the Ultron movie
earlier.
That one's a lot of fun for me. I don't know why.
Okay.
I was telling you before we hit play and hit record. It does tie into stuff, the bigger Marvel picture. But for me, from my perspective, you don't really need to watch anything that after the first Avengers movie. I can't think of what it's called.
Well, the first Avengers movie is just called The Avengers.
Oh, okay. So it's just the Avengers. You don't have to watch anything that happened after the Avengers to go into Ultron. In my perspective, and you don't miss anything. It's just kind of like it's a main artery of the story, but it's kind of like a side story. I don't know.
No, I know what you mean. It's in other words, like
The
it's
ramifications of the
standalone.
movie have more to do than the beginning of the movie. What happens at the end of the movie has a lot more to do with what happens before the movie.
Yeah,
I guess that's.
No, you're right. I mean, I can see what you're saying.
I'm having a hard time explaining it, but that's the closest I can get to.
I think you kind of you summed it up when we were before we started recording, was that it is a movie that you can watch without having to have knowledge of the other MCU movies. Like your thought process was like you could go into this movie not having seen any of the other films, and you can still follow it. It's still a complete story. It's still a complete stuff that happened before it don't necessarily impact what happens during the movie, but stuff that happens during the movie impacts everything afterwards.
Yeah, I mean,
so really, you can kind of just start from there, is what I think you were trying to say.
I mean, even just like the introduction of Wanda and Quicksilver, like there's no.
Well, yeah, they were introduced technically in a post-credit scene anyway. So
Okay, fair, but
Yeah.
there is no real introduction. They're there.
Yeah.
You're not given any reason why they're mutants. They're just mutants. So it's just like, okay, cool, whatever. We got a telekinesis and a speedster. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense with that, guy that could turn them, two guys that could put suits of armor on, and we got a chick over there that her superpower is having pretty eyes and beating people up.
Oh, sure.
Then her buddy, he's a cool archer, but everybody else is, got godlike powers, but you got this archer and a sharpshooter over here.
Yeah.
I just, there's always, you always got to have, an Aquaman on your team.
Yeah. I mean, I see. Yeah. Right. Yeah. I get it. I mean, I'm curious how,
Or
if anyone.
you always need a Wonder Twins on your team. Somebody that's like, cool, you turned into water. Awesome.
Yeah, but I mean, they were, I mean, not in Age of Ultron, but they were pretty important later on. Like, people cared about them. And like, they were necessary in Endgame, for instance. Or, I'm always amazed, because I do the same thing. I'll watch like younger people watching movies for the first time. And I do this, and I made a sound realization why I do this. So I'm like, why do I keep wanting to watch these young people watch movies that I love? And it's a sad reason, but I'm going to say it anyway. It's because I don't have any kids to show these to. Like, I don't have any of my own kids to be like, hey, this movie that I love, Ghostbusters, you should watch it, for the first time with me and see what you think. Oh, Star Wars? I know you've never seen it because you're only 6 years old, but watch it with me and see if you're excited. Right? Like, I don't get that feeling of like, I got to share my joy of a thing with someone else. So I do that with these younger, like millennials or Gen Zers or whatever they're, Gen Alphas, whatever they are, however the 20-year-olds that are watching the film for the first time, and I get to relive my excitement through them, and it's true, because like, they'll genuinely cry at the sad parts, and they'll genuinely looks like, at least they're genuinely crying or getting excited at the exciting parts. It's like, yeah, or they're genuinely surprised, like the ending of The Usual Suspects, right? A movie I haven't seen in decades.
I was going to say,
I'm
spacing on the ending and most of the movie, to be honest with you.
The whole thing is they're trying to find this like crime boss, right? And they have Kevin Spacey in as like this crippled guy who's being interviewed, and he's telling the stories of the different people and whatever, and they're still trying to figure out who this Kaiser Soze guy is. And the ending is, well, spoiler alert if you don't want to know how the ending is, but like, not for you. I know you're fine with it, but like anyone listening, if you want to just fast forward or move or whatever. But when Kevin Spacey comes out, limping and everything, and he starts walking normally afterwards, and the detective's looking at all the stuff that he pulled his stories from, different words and stuff on a board or on a cup and stuff, and people were genuinely shocked, like, oh, that's Kaiser Soze the whole time. The guy they're trying to look for was there the whole time, right? Or the end of Sixth Sense, like, right? Like,
no, sure.
Most people know the end of Sixth Sense, but it's like, oh, these guys don't know because it's not pop culture to them anymore, right? Because it's not pop culture to this new generation. They're finding out for the first time. Oh, exciting. So when they see like Infinity War and Endgame, which is not that long ago, it was only 5 years ago, right? 4 or 5 years ago. And to see them shocked. But again, 4 or 5 years ago, they were like 15, 13 or whatever. Right. And they're now seeing it now as adults. Like, oh.
I just saw a video on YouTube. I didn't watch it, but it was like early 20-year-olds that had never seen Star Wars. And I'm like, how is that fucking possible? Like, who raised you?
Well, that's the thing, though. Original Star Wars was popular with our parents, because that's the age they were young enough or old enough to watch it and be like, this is amazing in the 70s, right? Even though we were born around the time that those movies came out, it's new for them. So it makes sense to me that like people are having kids at our age. Yeah, we watched it, but we didn't grow up with it. I mean, okay, we grew up with it, but
I've got pictures of me at 5 years old with Star Wars stuff. So,
well, you were old enough to go to
I was old enough
Return
to go to
of the
Empire. Empire and Jedi. I could. I think I.
Yeah.
I don't think we went.
Yeah, because Empire's
80.
81. Oh, 80.
80, and then 83.
83. Okay, yeah. So you're
But I don't believe we'd have to contact my parentals. But I don't believe we went to Star Wars. I did go to Top Gun.
Well, Star Wars is 77.
Yeah, well, that's the year I was born. So maybe I went.
So
it was May of 77. I'm September of 77. So technically I was there. If they went, I was there.
No, you weren't actually. Yeah, you were there. You were there. You saw it. You saw it.
I heard
by osmosis.
I heard it.
You saw it by osmosis. Okay. Anyway. Yeah. So good on them. I rolled my eyes when Josh first mentioned that they were doing the added features to the freaking Endgame stuff because I think it's stupid that they're trying to connect Doomsday. Just do put a stinger at the beginning of Doomsday to make it connect. Don't re-release Endgame just so you can put a stinger at the end of Endgame. There were 8 movies between Endgame and Doomsday. You know, are you just going to ignore those 8 movies that happened? Or I'm guessing on the number. It could be more or less. I don't really know. But there's a bunch of movies that came between Endgame and Doomsday, and you're just going to ignore them by saying whatever happened at the end of Endgame. That's all that matters. Forget the rest that happens up until.
But you did just say that they're soft booting Spider-Man.
They are sort of right because at the end of Brand New Day or whatever it was called, no, the brand new one, but like the end of No Way Home, they reset everything. Right? No one knows who he is.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
I forgot.
So that's why it's a soft reboot because nobody knows who he is.
I forgot. I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, he made everyone forget who he is. So that's the only reason why it's a soft reboot because no one knows who this guy is. And the one guy who would know him died at the end of Endgame. So it's not like, you know, like the one person who cared enough to, who would of all the characters remember him because they were directly connected, not there. So whatever. Anyway. There you go.
Well, yeah, that was that. Yeah, I completely forgot about that. The ending of that movie is just kind of too much stuff happens. You get wrapped up in the nostalgia of Toby and Andrew being there, and you get the moment with the finger pointing, and you're just like, oh, it's the meme, and then they're teaming up and they're doing their things, and then the end of the movie happens, and it's just like, oh, okay.
I mean, it's fan service. I mean, that movie was fan service. The movie, it was just there to get woo and
Hey, it worked.
Look, there's Daredevil. Oh, look, there's Tobey Maguire. Oh, Andrew Garfield. Ah.
Yeah, it worked. It worked.
It did. I will just say I loved it because it was the first major motion picture I've seen that had Tagalog in it, which is the language for the Filipino language.
Yeah.
Because the grandmother and Ned are Filipino in the movie, even though I think Ned isn't Filipino in real life, but he's Filipino in the movie.
I actually think he is.
Oh, maybe. Okay, yeah. I'd have to look that up, but yeah.
But yeah, you're right. Interesting. It's not working out for some people.
Oh, it's not working out, man. I want things to work out.
I like when things work out. I like it when a plan comes together as well. You know what I don't like?
No,
DRM. I don't even remember what it stands for. But
oh God, DRMs is
digital record.
I'll tell you.
Digital record.
Digital rights management.
Yes, digital rights management. Not a fan of DRM. I did not know this, but apparently all the games you've been downloading on your PS systems over the years had no DRM. They just implemented this past week, I guess, or last 2 weeks, DRM on all of their games being downloaded going forward.
Yeah.
Everything you've already downloaded, I believe, is safe from this thing we're going to talk about. But say you want to get the new there's a inside baseball, like a living room baseball game that just came out, like a little indie game that just came out.
Okay.
Say you want to buy it because it's cute and fun looking, and you buy it and you play it and you're like, all right, yeah, that's cute and fun. And then you don't look at it again for 30 days. And on day 31, I feel like playing some casual baseball in an animated style in someone's living room. Let's fire up whatever the fuck the baseball game's called. Oh, I've temporarily lost my DRM for this game. Now I have to re-verify or probably re-download something so I can play the game that I apparently didn't purchase. I only rented. So they're putting in a thing every 30, doing a DRM check every 30 days to digital downloaded games.
Right. Wait, oh, okay.
Which is a
right. So
stupid thing to say. Of course it's digital. It's downloaded. So any downloaded
right.
games,
If you have a physical copy of the disc, you don't require.
You're fine.
You don't need an internet. In other words, the biggest issue with DRM for a lot of people, a couple things. I think DRM doesn't allow you to transfer games between devices, which makes sense for PlayStation. But but for PC games, for instance, I believe if you get DRM for a game that's on Steam, for instance, but you want to play without Steam, well, you can't play it because DRM prevents you from verifying that the game is yours. You need Steam to be able to play it. There are places that do DRM free games, which means that you can play them anywhere, on any system, on anything. That's the headache that DRM does, is that it requires that verification, that constant online connection. Now, PlayStation's doing it kind of nice, sort of, in that it's a 30-day thing that you don't have to do it every single day. I think a lot of games that have DRM require you to have internet access at all times for it to work. Otherwise, it just doesn't. Mm-hmm. Because it can't verify the game. So it's like, oh, you don't know what this game is. Oh, we don't know if you own it.
Right.
You have to be able to test.
It says last played. You can see how long and when I played last, but I don't know if this guy actually owns this or not.
Right, because you might have been playing and this is supposed the reason why DRM exists is it's supposed to fight piracy.
Right.
Like that's kind of the point. It's like, well, if you have a game that you pirated that has the built-in DRM, then when you try to play it and you stole it, it'll be like kind of like when you steal Windows. Like I don't know if anyone out there has ever stolen Windows.
I don't know what you're talking about, Francis. I have never obtained a key online.
Well,
for a cracked pro version of Windows.
I was saying it has to be cracked or something. Like there has to be something, because if you don't have a licensed Windows, there's like you can't do certain things. Mm-hmm. And on the little corner of like your Windows on your screen will be like something that tells you like, oh, this is an unlicensed version of Windows. Do you want to buy a license? Like it'll keep pounding you for it. Mm-hmm. So you can't do it'll be there on top of everything so that you remember like, oh, this is an unlicensed one.
Yeah, it's like a permanent watermark.
Exactly. So like for Sony though, doing the DRM thing, now mind you, who knows what, I mean, they're doing a lot of shady stuff because they don't have competition. No one's finding them.
Right.
No one's competing. Nintendo is a completely different beast. PC.
Nintendo competes with itself.
Exactly. And Xbox hasn't come back yet, even though we're going to talk about Xbox in a minute. But Xbox hasn't come back yet. But because Sony is doing this, they did another thing that we haven't talked about. But they're doing dynamic pricing. Do you know what that is?
That's like surge pricing, isn't it?
Exactly. It's like surge pricing. Depending on where you are, prices change.
Like
not in
region, like in like PAL and NTSC, or region of the country.
No, I'm in LA. You're in Denver. Those prices could be completely different. They base the prices So apparently, this is what the people who have looked into this are saying. They base it off how you play games. So if you play a lot of sports games, well, they know you're going to buy sports games, so they up the price a little bit because they know you're going to want to play the latest baseball game or the latest basketball game because you buy it every year. So they're like, okay, well, let's just up that price a little bit for them because we know they're going to buy it. We already know it's going to happen. But for a game that you don't play, like I don't know, like a city builder, like well. We had the city builder. We want this guy to kind of branch off so he's buying more stuff. He hasn't bought something in a while. We know he'll buy the sports game, but he hasn't bought anything else. Let's entice him with this city builder game by dropping the price a little. So they did that as a test. They did in test markets, I believe. I haven't looked up the article at least recently because this was a few weeks ago. This was like a month ago or something like that. So Sony's getting a little,
It's a little shady.
Loosey goosey.
Yeah, that's a little shady.
Yeah.
Just put a game out for one price.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Make it complete. Don't fucking make me download 5 megs of shit when I get the game.
It's kind of I don't. You don't buy. You don't buy physical games, do you?
I haven't in a long time.
Yeah, me neither.
I will if it's something that I really want. That I don't want to purchase on Xbox Live and then for say it's an older game, backwards compatibility even. And you buy the DRM, then they just decide, we're not going to support that game anymore. Then you have just a game sitting on your hard drive you can't do anything with. Yeah. So if it's a game that I really, really want, I will buy a physical copy. But if I do get around to upgrading my Xbox, I don't know if I can fork out the extra money for the X.
Yeah, but I mean, luckily,
we're at the end of the fucking cycle. It should be cheap, but it's not. But
no, well, it's because of that's a different story.
Yeah, it's a whole other story. But
luckily, though, at least if you do get yourself an Xbox, you're not gonna have to pay as much for like Game Pass or something.
Well, yeah. Well, nice. The new CEO, I think.
Yeah, she's
of Microsoft president or whoever of Xbox listens to the show.
She does.
And a few episodes ago we talked about the exorbitant prices of Xbox Live and how it was pricing people out. And she heard our podcast and thought about it and put a press conference out the next day. She did not mention us by name, but she did say, that she heard from the people that the pricing was getting too high. So very quickly they implemented a new tiered, well, they already had a tiered system anyway, but they changed the prices of the tiers. Your lowest tier is now $10. $9.99.
15 a second ago, right?
Something like that, or I think it's 15 or 20. I don't recall. But it was getting pricey. I think the ultimate was like $30 a month.
Yeah.
That's ultimate is down to 22, and if you want the PC side of that, it's an extra 13.
Right.
Which, I mean, that's what I have right now, and not having an X or S, there's a lot of games I can't play that I would like to play. They are available. Some of them are available through that PC Pass, is what they call it, I think.
It's called PC Pass, yeah.
So I was able to download like Microsoft Flight Simulator and then uninstall it pretty quickly because you need a flight stick. You can't play that with a keyboard and mouse.
Yeah.
But like F125, I got to download that and start playing that. And it is totally. I've played the F1 series of games since it was released in 2007 or 9. I can't remember which. And it's always been on the TV. and then putting headphones on, and then I'm like, oh, this is a whole different game when you have headphones on.
Yeah, I only play with
changes
headphones because it's such a better experience.
It changes everything. Because I just have the inboard TV speakers, so they don't have any depth whatsoever.
No,
so
tinny.
Very tinny as well. But putting the headphones on and playing on the computer, I'm like, wow, this is a totally different world. But yeah, so I mean, if you, and I believe they just did a $5 credit for Xbox users that bought or did something with one of the recent COD games.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I don't know what it was, but they gave everybody a $5 credit that bought it, I think. I don't remember. I saw a blurb when I was scrolling through things, and I don't play the game, so I don't care. But I know there was talk of a class action for this tier price change as well. Mm-hmm. People are trying to be like, hey, well, give me some of that money back then. Because you just made me pay this, and now you're jumping the price down, so I should get some kind of credit. I think someone was trying to do a class action, but I don't. When you're
okay.
Look, I'm looking for jobs and scrolling Twitter, so
yeah, I gotcha.
You see things, you don't really look into it. But one of the things I did scroll past, and I actually pulled up an article, and then I got busy looking for a job. But
sure.
The UK is going to or has banned smoking for anybody born after 2008, which they're all fake because nobody's born after 2005.
Right. That's when it stopped. Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, so 2008 or on, or 2009 on, is banned from smoking in the UK. Okay, cool. Good on you, I guess, for taking a stand. But we have to remember it's not America, so they don't have the same. Every country has its own different freedoms, quote unquote.
Yes.
Would that work here?
Well, there's a era, I want to say, 1910s, 1920s, called Prohibition.
No, we experienced Prohibition here in Colorado in 2020 for an afternoon. When they shut the liquor stores down.
Yeah. But I mean, there was an era when in the United States where they tried to ban alcohol because it was the devil's drink, right?
Yes.
What came out of that was like nothing, because everything went underground. There were things called speakeasies. There were ways to get around it, right?
Yeah, can we tangent for just a second, Francis?
Yeah.
Why the fuck are there speakeasies today in a free world where alcohol is promoted and advertised everywhere? Why do we have speakeasies
in the U.S.?
Yes,
I know why. Okay, so the speakeasy in the U.S. is because it's a gimmick. And it's just a way for it to get people into a place. I mean, that's really what it is.
It's so we have a few here in Colorado, and I'm like, why?
They're just because they're so like people like the aesthetic of the Roaring '20s, right? Flappers and jazz and all that stuff, right?
If they really looked into flappers, they wouldn't be that interested.
I'm just saying, there's a romanticized version of the '20s that people are really into, and so. Oh, I want to go to the speakeasy over here. Well, and then you have to know what the password is, or you have to know how to and it's all gimmick, and it's overpriced, and it's just stupid.
Yeah. Go on though. Sorry, I had to throw it out there. So anyway, moonshine speakeasies is what happened because of Prohibition.
Exactly. So people made their own alcohol. I mean, even up until, if you even think about it. State side, like individual states, there's a movie called Smokey and the Bandit, where
there is.
Yeah, where Burt Reynolds would run alcohol between states that were banning alcohol. So like,
well, yes, okay. So the story of Smokey and the Bandit, and it was true up until a point, but Coors beer was not distributed east.
oh, was that what it is?
East of, I don't know what state
Mississippi.
line. Let's say Mississippi.
Yeah.
Because it was unpasteurized.
Oh, was that right?
And they
it was
didn't.
It was
They
a health thing.
They didn't ship and refrigerate. They didn't have refrigerated trucks at the time, I guess, or long distance.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't know the history of fucking Coors, but the gimmick of the movie is they're trying to run it. It's considered bootlegging because it was illegal to because of the health risk. But yes.
Okay. Oh, well, that's they were stupid. I wish they lost.
that's not. They don't explain that.
Yeah.
I mean, they mention that it's bootlegging, but they don't tell you why it's bootlegging.
Yeah.
They just say that Coors isn't allowed in the South or whatever.
Yeah, I guess. Okay. Well, look, there's no Cannonball Run with Jackie Chan. Anyway,
In Jaws,
in Jaws. So
Dom DeLuise.
oh God, names that Gen Zers and Gen Alphas have no idea who they are.
Tony Danza.
I mean, Jackie Chan, they know, but they don't know who Dom DeLuise is.
Tony Danza.
That's too bad because he's funny. He's a funny guy.
Those are two
yeah.
great movies. Horrible, great movies. Go on.
I mean, okay, never mind. Yeah, that's a whole other topic. But yeah, so apparently, children aged 17 and younger will be faced with a lifelong ban on buying cigarettes. That includes vaping, too. So no tobacco, no vaping. Yeah.
Interesting. I didn't know that part. Okay, so devil's advocate over here. It's illegal to buy cigarettes. Is it illegal to buy tobacco?
You think they're gonna have the
Roll the road.
was it? Yeah. Good question. I don't know. According to this,
I rolled my own for like a month in high school.
I don't know if they look. I've been watching a lot of weird, like, I don't know how true the YouTube documentaries are. I just find them entertaining because they talk about how terrible the new generation is with reading and stuff like that, and how poor everything is for the newest generation. I think it's really kind of funny, in a bad way. If they can't read, I'm sure if they're too lazy to read and stuff, they're too lazy to roll their own cigarettes.
Fair. Well, yeah, you're probably.
Yeah, I could be wrong.
Yeah,
but like
you lose one skill to gain another, maybe.
But they're also going to ban. Apparently, part of this is also banning vaping in cars carrying children, in playgrounds and outside schools, and at hospitals, expanding the smoke-free laws. Now, here's the thing: California has banned smoking in places. Well, we haven't banned the ability to buy cigarettes or to smoke.
That was my question. Would that work here?
No, of course not. We'll find a way,
right?
Like places like we had weed in California before it became legal, right?
Oh,
people were smoking weed in California for years.
Years. I mean, going back to when did the Chronic get released? 92.
Yeah.
But yeah. All those early gangster rap albums, all they did was promote weed smoke, and that's when I started smoking weed. Was around the same time, because I had friends that came out from L.A. and they were bad influences. Well, they were great influences, but they were bad influences, and they brought weed with them. And I was like, "Whoa, this is California weed. I haven't even seen weed green like this before." And yeah. Technically,
now
Seattle, Colorado became the first, right?
Yes.
Colorado was the first recreational legal state, followed by Washington.
Yes.
And then California, which is mind-boggling because, yes, just like Francis was saying, you know more than I would, but everywhere there smells like weed.
Yes.
Except
Not everywhere.
Except for the line at security at Disney.
Right. It's actually, surprisingly, it's lessened a lot recently. Like, you don't smell it as much. I think they're using vapes more than the actual thing. Maybe, I don't know if that's the difference, or maybe they're using edibles or something.
I mean, it is. Find the right words. It is more socially accepted to vape than it is to fucking, carry a rig with you somewhere or a nectar collector. I mean, I've got this little thing. I got to put my hand.
Yes.
This little thing here, but you can't load it and puff on it. You have to carry your weed with you.
Yeah.
Or your concentrate in that case. So it's like looks like you're doing drugs.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
For real. I think the first time I took dabs, you watched me taking dabs out of that device. You're like, you look like you're doing drugs.
Oh well, yeah. But mind you, you had the first one. Wait, out of that one, the machine?
Yeah, the little things.
The one I saw the first.
That's right. You saw me with a blowtorch.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a rig.
It was like this giant glass tower.
Yeah.
And then you had to put the little crystalline stuff on one end and then light it up, and it was a very complex, almost like chemistry. Very, very chemistry thing. I felt like I was back in high school chemistry again, having to burn things into pipettes and stuff. And
it was kind of, huh? Yeah,
it was,
I had to wait for a certain temperature for it to hit before I can put the stuff in there. And
yeah.
And even then it was way too hot because Jason was coughing up a lung. And
oh well, yeah. He was really into it. He really wanted to try it because I believe that was his first time trying it.
Yeah,
so he really wanted to.
He had dab sweats and everything. It was great.
Yeah. What's really funny, because I'm sure people, I didn't participate in any of it. I could be, say what you will about me, I guess, because I didn't participate in anything, but I was in a cloud of smoke for a good evening, and it was really kind of funny to be just like, like in the movies. Like in the movies.
This is like being dazed and confused or something.
Yeah. It's like, it's Cheech and Chong all over again. No, that's cool. But anyway.
But as a side thing though, going to a California dispensary is a whole different world than a Colorado dispensary. It's so different. Not to mention, taking dabs inside the dispensary, which.
But that was almost 10 years ago. I'm curious what it is like now.
I'm sure it's a lot different now.
Yeah,
I'm sure, because
10 years ago. Yeah, we went to two different ones.
We've been to two, and they were both were really shady. Well, no, the harbor one was
the one in San Diego wasn't better. I like that one better because it reminded me of your place, the
one that was on the harbor. It was called Harbor. It was called Harbor something.
I think you're right.
That one was a lot more professional. You're right. The one that we went to in Garden Grove or the edge of Anaheim, that one was shady.
Well, they let you go. It was a very interesting. Even they did have the giant blackout window where you have to slide them your ID.
Yeah,
which I'm like, this is shady. You can't even see the guy on the other side.
Yeah, what's he doing? What's he doing with my ID?
Exactly. It's like, I know I'm on a list, but I don't need to be on all lists.
Yeah, right. But so, something I probably should have looked at. But how do you police that? Because people in England, they could be 16 and look 35.
So, here's my problem. Well, here's the thing. The UK in general is a pretty. If rumors are to be true, because I never looked into them, but there's always those stories of this guy wrote an angry tweet and got arrested for it, right? He wrote a mean tweet to somebody and they called the police and they found him and they arrested him for a mean tweet. And, some people will say it's true. Some people will say it's real. I don't really know because I don't live out there. But my guess is that it's a pretty big police state there where they will probably arrest you if you. Okay, I'm going to say something super controversial, but I don't care anymore because I think it's really, and it's a thing that they complain about in the UK all the time. But look, if you're from the UK, you will get arrested for everything anyway, unless you're an immigrant. Then they're going to leave you alone. But if you're born there, you're going to go to jail.
That is the common thing that I see online as well. Yes,
I see that all the time online. It's always like,
and
wow, you guys are crazy there.
I will dupe myself in this one, and I have no opinion on either side of that one because I don't live there. So
I don't live there. I don't live there.
I don't know. You know, when I see a video that says it's from India and there's a guy sweeping trash out the side of a train car just onto the train tracks, that might be true.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, their filth they have to live in.
There's one video I see a lot of that I don't know like how real it is. I mean, it looks real. Like it doesn't look AI or anything, but I don't know the circumstances. I don't know the context, but there'll be like rows of people in India, speaking of India, rows of people in India, and they'll pour water on the ground, right? In front of everyone. And then they'll just slop food on front of those people on the ground. So the water is supposed to clean that area, I guess. And then they just slop food, and then they just use their hands to eat whatever the food slop that they put in front of them in this area. And I'm like, I don't know if that's real. Like, I have no idea.
Every television program I've ever seen that travels to India, somebody on the team, the presenting team, ends up with horrible stomach problems, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah.
It's inevitable, apparently.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but anyway, as for them, they'll do it. They'll enforce it.
That's just, I've always heard that as soon as you exit the plane arriving in London, you're on camera. They have face recognition
everywhere.
Yeah, the cameras everywhere. You can't scratch your balls walking down the street without being on camera.
Oh, yeah. That is, and that's just something they live with. Like, it's just something they accept as like a thing.
I mean, like I said, on one hand, good on you for as a country, I guess, taking a stand on smoking. We all know it's not good for you, but you know, can you really stop people from doing what they want to do?
But again, well, you mentioned it at the beginning. Some places don't have the same freedoms that we do.
Yes.
You know, whatever you can say a lot of stuff about this country and its current state. But the thing you can't say about it is there is a lot of freedoms you get here that you don't get anywhere else. Yeah. Right. I mean, like they let you do stuff that you can't do anywhere else. So, I mean,
yeah, I mean, you don't technically have to wear your seatbelt, you know, but if you,
they'll stop you. They'll arrest you, or not arrest you, but they'll give you a ticket, you know.
Maybe
if they see you. Yeah.
You know, but if you happen to get in a car accident and you fly through the windshield and you survive, they're going to give you a ticket for not wearing a seatbelt.
Wow, I like that the most extreme possible.
I'm just as an example, you know.
No, I get it.
I've been.
You just went like
you know that my guilty pleasure is watching police chases. And
oh yeah,
I love it when they waltz up onto a car. Maybe it's not even the chase part; it's just the arguing part. And they're like, well, I wasn't going to say anything about your seatbelt, but since you're giving me so much shit, now I'm going to cite you for the seatbelt too. And I'm just like, yeah, that's fun.
You see the one that happened like yesterday or a couple of days ago? What happened here?
Yeah, I need a little more specificity.
So it was a reckless. It wasn't a speeding chase. It was a reckless driving chase. So the guy was going slow, and apparently the guy got out of the car and ripped off a wig, and just was on foot.
No, didn't see that.
The car kept going. So there was another person in the car.
Okay. No.
So the car kept going, but they followed the guy because he was on helicopter camera, and he was just walking around thinking he wasn't being seen because he took his wig off, right? So he was just a bald guy walking around like, they didn't catch me. And then they finally ended up getting him, and he was on the ground and everything. But like for a while, though, he was just walking around people. He didn't look rushed. I mean, he was walking faster than usual, but he wasn't running. He just kind of like speed walking places, and they ended up stopping it. But it was a slow speed chase. It was, people are...
The one that I caught live the other night, the guy jumped out of the car while it was still rolling down the street, and it crashed into part of the front of a car and a tree. He didn't get very far, but it was. I was like, whoa, that's happening right now. And then the Fox affiliate out there, their helicopter guy, as I turned it on this morning, you guys had a fatality on the 10 this morning.
Oh, this is why I don't drive. I mean, it's not why I don't drive. I work from home, but still.
Yeah, that was, you know, because it's live and it's always fun to watch because they have a little tracker up, and it hasn't been working recently. And one morning didn't have anything else really to do, so I pulled up an aircraft tracker and went to California, went to the LA, you know, city area and surrounding area, looked at the TV and they said what freeway they were on and flying over. And I'm looking at the terrain, and then I'm looking at the tracker on my computer, and I'm like, I think that's the helicopter. Click. And I click on it, and it's tracking, and I'm watching the track and watching the and I'm like, it is. I have the Fox helicopter tracked. This is awesome.
Wow.
Yeah. And then you could track LAPD and the what's the other one? Highway patrol helicopters, the sheriff helicopter. You could track all of them.
That's fun.
It was.
I didn't really do that.
It was really fun actually, because I mean, it's fun. Sometimes it's fun being in the future, and then when you don't have a job, you find ways to entertain yourself. But it was cool to see. You see it from the camera, you see a perspective, but then to see the map, like, oh, okay, I see where they are. I can see where they are. It makes sense, a little bit more sense. But that's got nothing to do with what we were talking about. But
no,
I don't think you could ban smoking. I think you could. I think they raised the age to 21 in the last 10 years or 15 years, something like that. I quit smoking. Yeah, I quit smoking in 2005. So I know a pack of cigarettes is almost $10 or more. A carton is like $200, which is ridiculous. I said to myself, even before I decided to quit smoking, I said to myself that once a pack of cigarettes hits more than $3, I'm done with this. I'm going to find something else to smoke. And I did.
You did, yes. Okay, so I remember, because you're right, it is 21 now. I forgot that they raised the age limit to that. Because I don't smoke, so I don't care.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. But, I haven't smoked in forever.
But when I was in high school, I don't know. Apparently, it was per state. But when I was in high school in California, legal age to buy cigarettes was 16.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Ours was 18, but no one ever carded me. Because
it's hard to say, are you 16 or are you 18? I can't tell if you're 17 or 18. That's a hard
I was
guess.
I was 15 buying cigarettes.
Look at you.
I got this kind of Benjamin Button thing going on apparently, where I just looked older than I actually was.
Picture of you young. You look young.
As soon as I was able to grow facial hair, it was on my face, and no one ever carded me.
Oh, that's interesting.
I used to go to fucking strip clubs, all nude strip clubs, and no one would card me. I was like 16, 17. It was great.
Yeah, that's weird.
It's great, but you had to act a lot older when you go in there because you're faking it. You can't be in there like, holy shit. You had to be like, oh yeah, I've seen this before.
Boring.
Yeah. These titties everywhere. Yep. Anyway,
all these cougars. Technically, I'm a child.
What were we talking about though?
We're talking about smoking bans, but we can move on if you want. If you're ready to move on from that.
Well,
I mean, because there's nothing. What more can we say other than they'll probably enforce it there, but it would never work here.
Yeah, never.
Yeah.
The last thing I got, though, I went to a show or a concert for the older people, I guess, of EDM, electronic dance music, some techno, if you will. First show of the year, and hit the gates basically at 10 minutes after the doors opened. Had to wait in a little bit of a line to get in. But by the time we made it into Red Rocks, we had to sit all the way at the top of the amphitheater because all the other entrances apparently were just like herding cows through, not checking anybody's stuff. And we were in
I was going to say, I would feel like you'd have to, now with checking tickets would slow you down a little bit.
Well, a lot of people bring bags of stuff and, backpacks and all that stuff has to get checked and looked through. Because they don't want to, and they still end up missing things because there's a whole group of teenagers in front of me and they were all pulling out fireball shooters out of their socks. And all I can think of is like, yeah, exactly what you just, why, if you're going to sneak alcohol in, why wouldn't you sneak something good in? Just this nasty.
Popular since I was in high school, so I mean, I get it.
I mean, I'm sure there's some assholes out there with some fucking aftershock too, just because that was a popular thing when I was in high school. But
no, I would because I don't know if Smirnoff Ice still exists, but if Smirnoff Ice exists, that's the one that'd be like, oh, there you go.
Yeah, sure.
That's the yeah.
But yeah, it's a whole bunch of kids. Period. I was like the oldest guy there, and I'm fine with that. But as we're standing in line, I see these two young people approaching with big smiles on their faces. And I couldn't tell if they're approaching my girlfriend, or I had no idea why they would be approaching me. And the male had like this big fuzzy, like beaver type hat on. I don't know how you explain it, with big ear flaps. So his face is kind of concealed. And right when he's standing in front of me and can tell that I'm having a problem placing who it is, the kid tells me,
which is kind of embarrassing on your part, really,
a little bit
when you
yes.
reveal who this is.
The kid says, "Hey, it's so and so," and at the same time, I'm like, "Hey, that's my best friend's kid." So it was just funny because the kid's girlfriend, who I've met a couple times. And they're in their early 20s. I mean, they're both pretty quiet, subdued, and a little bit. The boy isn't as much, but he's kind of quiet. But his girlfriend definitely is quiet and timid. And they both look at me and they go, "Holy shit, you rave?" And I'm like, we won't get into the semantics of a rave, but yes. And I'm kind of their uncle, the kid's uncle, if you will. Yeah. So I'm like, wait, you didn't think your uncle knew how to have a good time? And they were both just flabbergasted that I was there. So I introduced them to my girlfriend and, pleasantries and whatnot. And then we ended up seeing them like three other times throughout the night. But it was fun contacting his parents and be like, I just ran into your boy at the show. And
that's cute of you to do.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way.
Well, and I kept
your boy who I didn't recognize.
Yeah. Well, we skipped over that part, but this kid and I we have a pretty good relationship. I actually saw some beer cans in his car, just like in a door pocket one time. He was underage and they were empty.
I was like, okay.
And instead of, narking him out to his parents, I texted the kid. I said, "Hey man, I'm not your parents. I ain't going to say nothing, but don't be a fucking idiot. Don't drink and drive. Don't drink after you've been driving. Don't drink before you're 21. I'm not going to, that's all I'm going to say. Have a great night. Be safe." And he texts me back and he's just like, "Thanks, Uncle Josh. I get it." Did he actually get it? Did he stop doing it? I don't know, but at least I said something when I saw it. But
yeah. So see something, say something.
So they see me, and then we finally make our way into the venue, and the girlfriend has to use the restroom, so I'm standing there with all the other dudes waiting for their ladies. And this random girl walks up to me and starts talking to me as she sees some guy walking by with exclusive merchandise that she wanted that she couldn't get. And I'm like, why? One half of my brain's like, why are you talking to me? Like, just randomly like that. But I get it. You're probably high on something. But I talked to her. She was waiting for her boyfriend. So the boyfriend comes out. He's wondering why I'm talking to his girlfriend. I'm wondering why his girlfriend's talking to me. And we exchange our pleasantries and they go on. The girlfriend and I finally find some place to sit, run into the nephew again. Mm-hmm. She runs off to go find merchandise. So I'm just sitting there protecting our place to sit. A drunk or rolling teen girl just walks up. She's like, I'm going to sit here and talk to you. And I'm like, I don't want you to do either right now, honestly. But if you need to sit, go ahead. And then she must have picked up on my uncomfortable vibes. And she said, don't worry, I'm with this guy. Just randomly pointing to some person.
Right.
Then they move on. And like 5 minutes later, some other girl just comes and she's like, can I sit here? I'm just like, I still got it. I don't know what about this looks inviting, but it's working tonight. And this girl talked to me about how busy it was and how her friend sent her on a solo mission. And I told her how much her friend sucked for not having a accountability buddy with her because now she can't find her friends. Yeah, it was interesting. And then the girlfriend comes back and I'm like, I've been really popular while you've been gone.
Yeah. I mean, how are you dressed?
I mean, just like I normally am. I don't turn into a character when I go into these shows. I mean, if it's nice out, I've got like a couple loud Hawaiian type shirts. And they're not Hawaiian print, but you understand what I'm saying. Loud
I know
shirts.
Yeah, they have the colors and stuff. Yeah.
If it's nice out, I'll wear that. But you know, it was like 40 degrees. I'm just trying to say bundled up.
Well, look, as a person who, I mean, that's my, you've encapsulated my WonderCon experience. So every WonderCon, I think, except for this past one, because I spent all of my time with a single person, but like every WonderCon, I'll sit at a place and people will just sit and I make new friends every single time. And like you, I don't know why. I don't look any different. I don't give out vibes. I'm looking at my phone. I'm doing something else.
Right.
And people will sit by me and talk to me as if I don't have headphones, and I'll have headphones on. And that's not an issue. So I know exactly how you feel. I don't ever feel popular because I feel like they're just bored. But you, on the other hand, got all the ladies.
Well, I mean, it is kind of a thing with me, I guess. But
yeah.
On the flip side, though, there was so again surrounded by teens in early 20s.
Sure.
And there was a girl standing to one side of us that got overwhelmed with her. She couldn't hold her drugs, is what I think. So she was having not a great time, but her boyfriend was trying to console her, and somebody dropped nachos, and he was trying to clean up the area because the girl just left the nachos, a whole boat of nachos just on the ground.
Nice.
So he goes to move him and almost kicks him into my general area. So that immediately meant we became friends because he was like, oh, shit, sorry, boss. And he kept calling me boss. So I'm like, okay, he's trying not to say old man for sure, but he starts talking to me at one point, and he goes, and we were there to go see a guy that goes by the name of Subtronics. Mm-hmm. So he goes, so you're a fan of Subtronics? And I was like, well, yeah, that's why I'm here. He goes, well, I didn't know you'd be into this kind of music. And I'm like, are you trying to say I'm old? No, boss. I'm just, are you sober? Are you on anything? I'm like, I'm high, but I'm here to have a good time, not be fucked up. I can do that at home.
That's so weird.
And so this guy, he goes, I've never been to Red Rocks. how are the lasers? And I wish I had a headphone or a microphone to bump my head to, because this is one of the top 5 venues in the world, and that's not me. That's out there in the musician world. They say Red Rocks is one of the greatest places to play, and you're concerned about the fucking lasers?
I mean, I kind of get it. I don't know where he's from, because we have a similar amphitheater here called Hollywood Bowl.
Yes.
Where I think it's Led Zeppelin. They'll play Led Zeppelin with lasers during the summertime. So that's the thing here. I don't know if it's a thing over there. But that's the thing here. So maybe that's where he thought the lasers came in, because I'm like,
it's not like it's not like a laserium type of thing.
Right.
It's just an explosion of lasers shooting out into the crowd.
Explosion of lasers.
It's an EDM thing. Like, your music can suck, but as long as you have lasers on your drop, you're gonna get the crowd to go woo. You're gonna pop the crowd.
You know what though? You met all these fun people at an EDM show. Who were the headliners?
The guy was called Subtronics.
Subtronics. Okay. Because apparently they're doing an EDM concert here in LA soon, headlined by Marshmello and Alice in Wonderland.
Yes, she's awesome. Mm-hmm. And then Marshmello could be anybody.
Yeah. I want to guess.
I think actually has been a few people already, but.
So this EDM show is for a specific thing. It's their 30th anniversary this year, and they are hosting this EDM show. Now, I want you to think of the least likely thing to have their own EDM concert.
It's California.
And I'll narrow it down. The least likely video game to have an EDM concert. So that helps.
When is the concert? This will help. This will help me.
October, I think it said. Hold on, let me take a look. October 24th.
Mortal Kombat. No.
Good. But that would make sense, though.
Mortal Kombat's coming out before Street Fighter.
Well, Mortal Kombat comes out in 2 weeks.
Yeah, Street Fighter's
later. In July or June or something like that? Yeah. So later,
it's not going to be either one of those.
No. I like where your head's at, though. Okay. Fighting. Yeah. Okay. So fighting, that's good. That's a good place to have your head at.
Tekken?
Think smaller. Think smaller fighters.
I'll
just give you one more guess. I don't want to
give me because. Go ahead.
Smaller fighters. Primarily a Nintendo game.
Smash Bros.
Pokemon's 30th anniversary will be headlined by this EDM concert.
Interesting.
With Marshmello and Alice in Wonderland. Pokemon Night Out in LA. The immersive EDM experience. Age 16 plus, promising an unforgettable audio-visual journey.
I mean, I'm going to assume that Alice is the opener in that scenario.
Well, they're both apparently the headliners, so I don't know. Okay. They're both the headliners. So.
Well, I mean, unless they're playing back to back, which I doubt they're going to do. They're one's going to play.
Oh, the Alice will be the big one. Okay, yeah.
So I'm thinking Marshmello is probably going to be the actual headliner. Whoever goes last is the actual headliner. Just because that's the more mainstream artist. Alice in Wonderland is fairly mainstream, but I think Marshmello is more mainstream.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the internet connection is getting bad, so.
Oh really? Oh, it was so fine right now. I didn't get any issues, but I'm sad it's going down.
It's not doing great on this end. But we've gone through everything. We gave it extra juice. Got a whole extra half hour out of us tonight.
We had a lot to talk about.
We did.
That we actually cared about.
And, it was a good venting for me because I'm stressing myself out over life and needed an escape. So that was good. Francis, where can people find you on the internet if they wanted to do so?
Go to linktree.com/aka the other guy for all things me. You can find award-winning books, characters. We can find other shows that I'm on. Jeff was on earlier from Super Geeked Up. That'll be on there on Wednesdays. You can go ahead and check that out as well. We'll be doing more silly things and puns. So go ahead and take a look. And you can find all my social media there. So if you want to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, I mean, TikTok's there, but I never use TikTok, so I don't know why I have it there. I have all of the social medias on there. If you want to follow me on any of them, go ahead. I'll be happy to have you there. So check it out, aka the other guy. And
you can do the same thing because I learned how to grow my own link tree. Do I remember how to say it? Probably not. But linktree.com/the303ninja for all things me and POI. We're going into May in the next episode. So sometime before the end of the month, we are going to do some Fan Expo stuff for Denver to hype that show up a little bit so I can earn my badge. But otherwise, find us next week. Send us some topics. Join in on the conversation. Check out Super Geeked Up tomorrow night as you are watching this on Wednesdays at a time that goes till another time. And Francis is like the co-host on there, and they do improv. It's fun. I don't have much else to say.
I like that. That's good. It's fine.
We're out of here. Bye.